What's up, guys? It's Motoko here, and I realized that I haven't done like a meta snapshot, basically, of any time recently. I've just been kind of going over things as they come out, and not really giving a comprehensive overview of where things are at right now, what we have learned in the game. So I kind of want to touch on that for jobs and cards, and kind of give like my opinion on where things are at, where things are going. Um, Within the next couple of months. And I'm probably going to do this every once in a while just to make sure that people are well aware of my thoughts and how they have evolved over the course of different time periods. Um, so what do we have going on right now? The Dancer's being released. Assassin just got released. Thief was before that. So if you look at this list, it's pretty much gone in order. Okay. So if you continue on with the logic that the next job is going to be the Ninja of Hearsay, because that's the order things are going in, then you could pretty much predict what the next batch is going to be. It's going to be the Hearsay batch. And I'm here to tell you that like most of the Hearsay batch, except for maybe the Mage job, are basically kind of worthless. They don't have very high ratings. They're not that great. And honestly, like next month's job batch is not going to be worth summoning. This month's jobs batch, if you want to sit here and really get down to brass tacks, unless you're going for something like a very high survival job, they're not really that worth it either. Um, so like basically October and November are going to be like dead periods. Okay, the 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 next batch that you're gonna want to summon like hardcore want to summon is gonna be the December batch. And the main reason why you want to summon the December batch is not because of the Ranger class job. It's going to be because of the Warrior and Mage class jobs. Priest and Paladin is going to get released. Those are two extremely good jobs moving on down the line. They stay very good for quite some time. Really, honestly, like the next Ranger job that's like kind of worth to summon and get is probably going to be either the Judge Master or the Thieves of Tantalus, which is Zidane. Zidane is a straight up beast. He's going to be very good moving on into the future. He's not quite the best breaker in the game. That title goes to one of the monk jobs. But he's extremely good. So, anyways, that's kind of where I'm at as far as my opinion in the next couple of months. You want to save your summon tickets for that December batch. It's going to be very important. I believe that Titus is going to come out probably in November, but if not November, then definitely in December. So if you're interested in Titus, you definitely want to save some tickets for that as well. The Final Fantasy VII cards are probably going to be released shortly after. I'd say either December or January, based on the way things are going right now. And once December or January hits, and Knights of the Round gets released via the Final Fantasy VII cards, then it's going to shift the meta big time. But I'll get to that in the cards video. So where are we at in terms of multiplayer and things right now? So if you look at all the jobs available at the moment, you have a pretty wide range of abilities and different things that different jobs are doing well. Just for the current meta, like multiplayer damage dealing roles are pretty much owned by the mages. Thief is kind of up there with them, and Samurai and Dark Knight are kind of pulling up the rear. As far as breakers are concerned, Assassin right now is kind of like the clear cut winner as far as breakers are concerned. And I believe it's going to stay that way at least for the next several months. Now, when panels 5 through 8 come out, Hunter's going to catch up just a little bit, especially for Shiva, because Hunter gets access to plus 300 or 350% fire. I forget how much it was exactly. And Panos 538 gives them access to a lot of survivability, which Assassin doesn't have. So Hunter and Assassin, depending on your situation, are going to be fairly equal. And, you can kind of interchange them if you want to. The first three jobs, Warrior, Magus, and Ranger, are going to drop off fairly quickly. Magus will still remain slightly useful going on into the future, just depending on what fight you're talking about, simply because Black Mage has limited elements, and especially for Shiva, probably Magus for Shiva is going to be the best way to go. White Mage right now is in a very good position to stay viable, at least until Priest comes out. Once Priest comes out, it's going to kind of replace White Mage for several months. And then once the new version of White Mage comes back, it's going to cycle into the meta again. But that's not going to be for quite some time. So at least for right now, White Mage is okay. Knight is going to get cycled out in December with Paladin, and White Mage and Knight basically are going to get cycled out in December when Priest and Paladin come into the meta. The Hearsay batch is not really going to replace anybody. They're going to be fair jobs, so if you decide to summon them and level them up, they're usable. They're just not like anything spectacular other than what we have right now. I guess you could say that the Hearsay Mage could potentially kind of outdo Black Mage, but it's going to be very close. Plus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the Hearsay batch is the first batch that gives us access to light and dark elements. So, in terms of usefulness there, the Black Mage is still going to have a role, even if some people decide that the Hearsay batch is better. The Hearsay batch is going to be specifically used for light and dark element fights, primarily. Also, keep in mind that the job swap is coming relatively soon, and basically what you can do is you can have like one job be your support cards with a support setup, and then once you get all your relevant buffs and everything like that, you swap to your damage dealing job and basically finish the fight. That's probably going to be a very smart way to go. I've seen a lot of videos in the Japanese version of that sort of strategy being implemented to very good success. And so you're going to kind of want to keep that in mind when planning with your jobs. You're going to want to have at least, 2 or 3 relevant jobs and keeping current with the meta. And once panels 5 through 8 come out, there's going to be another meta shift, and things are going to level out, I believe, pretty quickly. Once everybody gets access to their last couple of panels, and they realize their full potential. Right now, things are kind of limited, and that's kind of choking the game just a little bit in terms of jobs and things. So that's kind of my opinion and my take on where we are as far as jobs are concerned. Definitely save your summon tickets for the December batch if you have any interest whatsoever in playing Paladin or Priest. Paladin is a defender job. Priest is a support job. The Ranger class job again is kind of a dead weight job in December. So you're not really. I mean, it's going to be like basically the first Ranger class job that's almost next to useless. Up until December, almost every job that has been released, every job batch that has been released, the Ranger class has had either tied for the best job released or the best job released, and it's going to change in December. The Viking is kind of a dead class, really. I mean, you can use it and it'll be pretty good, but it's not going to be anywhere near as good as the jobs coming out in January, February time frame. So if you're interested in playing Ranger class jobs, definitely save up for January, February time frame. So anyways, those are my thoughts. If you guys have any questions or comments about where we are right now in the current meta and future planning and stuff in terms of jobs, definitely post them in the comments below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. If you disagree with me, then definitely let me know. I'll try and change my views and opinions if you have good information or something to kind of back up what you're trying to tell me. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to make one for the next one I'm going to do is for the cards, and it's going to be pretty in-depth, and hopefully I'll be able to answer a lot of questions that you guys might have with that one. So I'll see you guys next video.